So this is actually going to be pretty similar for what this is going to look like over here, just with significantly less rows. So I'm actually just going to go ahead and copy and paste it in here to save myself some time. And then I'm going to edit it. So we'll just paste that in there. And I didn't delete this yet because I want that width. I don't want to forget that width. So that's how big this needs to be. 784. And I can go ahead and delete that. And I need the R services here, which is called that. Oh, I'm glad I checked because I didn't call it services. I accidentally left off the S. I'll go ahead and add that just for consistency. And that's what I want right here. Where that blue bar would be on here, instead it's R services. So that's main underscore R services dot JPEG. Main underscore R services dot JPEG. Good. And we have the main underscore blue bar. So once again, I'll go ahead and delete the width because I don't need that. This will be main underscore blue hyphen bar dot JPEG, just like it is here. And then in this we have lorem ipsum, but actually we have a spacer first. So I need another spacer. I think it's fine to use the same size. So let's go ahead and copy and paste that here. And then here we actually have the contents. And then underneath we have just another spacer. And this is probably bigger than 20. That looks to me maybe like, I think I'll try 30. Go ahead and delete this just so I don't forget. And then this will be the rest. Line everything up nice and pretty. 30. And this is where the lorem ipsum goes. I'm just going to go ahead and copy and paste my lorem ipsum into there. Now keep in mind, white space doesn't matter. So actually I'm going to go ahead and do paragraph tags instead of line breaks because it saves me a little bit of time. So paragraph, 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 paragraph. So save it. And let's see, hopefully I didn't break anything. So I typed that incorrectly and I forgot to change this color. So this TDBG color should be the same as this one, but I forgot to replace it. And apparently I typed the blue bar wrong. Oh, .jpeg F. Yeah, that works great. Alright, so now if I refresh it, not too terrible. I don't like how wide this goes. If I look in Photoshop, I've got some space between. So I could add another table in there, but that would be kind of silly to me. I could add a TD tag and a TD tag and make this 3 columns. And I think that's what I'll do actually. So I'm going to do inside of here a TD tag. Close that TD tag. And let's look at how big the spacing is. So the space between the edge and my text is 25. So I'm going to add in a spacer here, and this will be 25. The height doesn't really matter. And I'm going to do the same thing at the end to add some spacing back there. But I don't want that spacing to be as big. And the reason for that is because you already have some extra spacing just as the words get cut off on the edge, so it might look too extreme if I add too much. So I think for that I only want maybe 10. So I'll go ahead and save and refresh, and it's gonna not look right, and you'll see why. And this doesn't look right, and I'll show you why in a moment too. Alright, so it made it big because I didn't do the TD call span. So that means that each one of these TDs before this 3 section here needs to have call span equals 3. So we'll put it there, we'll put it there, and there, and there, and we can't forget to put it beneath as well. So there, nope, just kidding, that's part of this, that's part of the same TR, but there, it needs it there. So we'll save and we'll refresh, and now it looks more the way that I was expecting. Don't have the image in there, we'll work on that in a moment. I think the text feels a little too big, so work on that in a moment too. And obviously this is a problem. So this is a problem because I didn't color that table, I colored the whole TD, and that was a mistake, but that happens sometimes, and so now we can fix it. So instead of the BG color being there, I'll go ahead and delete that, and that should actually be for this. Now there's still a problem. If I refresh this, the color's better, but it's in the middle and I don't want it there. So what I need is this to be TD align equals, I think top. I think this is how we do it if I remember correctly. I might have to look it up. I think it's V align for vertical align. I think regular align is for the horizontal, like middle, left, right. I think V align is vertical. There we go. Perfect. So now it's really starting to look the way that I want. Now I need this picture in here, and this picture is 3rd paragraph down. So here's my text. Here's my 3rd paragraph. You can actually even see the space from where all these line breaks are, but it doesn't matter. It's just white space, which doesn't matter in HTML. So image src equals, and here we need the name of that image, which is, there it is, main underscore 08. I don't know if I want it to be called 08. Maybe, even if I want it to be called main, how about just like clouds or field? I'm going to go with field with clouds. Field with clouds. And it's not a bad idea to have names like that actually make sense for your page, because Google will notice and it will give you credit for having images that match your content. So I'm just going to copy that name, and that goes right here, but I need to make sure it's in the right folder, so images / filled with clouds. Now if I do this, this is not going to look right because I missed something intentionally. If I hit refresh, problem, not how I want it. This needs to say align equals right. So save it, refresh it. Better. Much better. Now I still don't like the font size, and you know, I don't know if I like it to be the serif font. A serif font is one that has the little caps on the letters, so these little caps here on the top and bottom of the letters, that means it's a serif font. And I think I might want a sans serif, like Helvetica or something. So I'm going to go in here at the very start, I'm going to put fonts. We're going to do size, because it's too big in my opinion. We're going to do -1. And we're going to do face, I believe it's font face, equals, we'll close it, we'll go to the bottom, I'll fill in those just a moment. We'll close out our font tag so I don't forget. And now the issue here is the font is not in your web page. It is just telling your browser which font to load. If somebody doesn't have that font, they can't see it. It won't load for them. So the way that we do that is we typically choose fonts that most people have. So I can put Helvetica in here. But if you're on a PC, you probably don't have Helvetica. So we're going to do the first name, comma, and then what will it load if it can't find that? So maybe Arial. And what's another font like Helvetica? Or just another sans serif font in general. I mean, it doesn't even have to be exactly like Helvetica. Another common, standard sans serif font. Actually, let's do default fonts Windows. Most Macs have Helvetica, and most have Arial as well. Most Windows do have Arial, but most do not have Helvetica. So I want to find one more just in case. I'm not sure why it's showing me in all these weird characters in general. Let's try a different website. Is this the same one I just clicked on? Yes, it is. Alright, here we go. So I have Arial, I have Helvetica, and actually I think even just Condera looks nice. So we'll add in Condera. And what it will do is it will look for the first font, and if it can't find it, then it'll look for the second font. If it can't find it, then it will look for the third font. And it can go on as long as you want. But I mean, 3 is normally fine. You don't really need more than that. Maybe 4. But that should work. Assuming I typed everything right. So let's see. So if I refresh this, good, it's smaller, and notice the font change. So it is viewing this in Helvetica now. And I think that looks pretty nice. It's pretty much what I want. Although actually, I kind of actually like the design better with the serif. Typically, serif fonts are considered easier to read on paper, and sans serifs are easier to read on the computer screen. Normally, that's what most people say. That's kind of the general designer idea. But I actually kind of like how it looks better with the serif. But I wanted to show you the font face option, so I kind of use that as an excuse.